All right, good evening, Rams. We are beginning the next page in our notes here. It is ratios. Okay, so we don't call it radio, it's ratio. Okay, so first thing we need to know about a ratio is the definition. So a ratio is a comparison of two things. But they need to be two things that are related somehow. Okay, we're not going to go out into the parking lot and say, okay, we're going to count the number of cars and we're going to compare it to the number of girls in the school. That doesn't really make any sense. So it's comparison of two things that are related somehow. So you could say cars to trucks, or you could say boys to girls, but you want the things to be somehow related, okay? Now, there are three ways to write a ratio, okay? One of them is the word to, one of them is a colon, and one of them is written as a fraction. Okay, so I'm going to show you the ratio of happy emojis to sad emojis. Now, you have to put them in order. So if the word happy goes first, what number represents the happy emojis? That's 3. And then we say 2, and then sad. How many sad emojis? There are 2 of them. So the numbers have to be in that order, 3 to 2. So you could say 3, and the word 2, and the number 2. Or we could say 3 to 2, like this. Or we could say 3 to 2. Now, this is not a fraction. It looks like it, and it looks like it's improper. But really, it is just a comparison of two numbers. Okay, 3 to 2. Now, a ratio still could be written as a decimal. If you divided that, it would be 1.5, and that would mean 1.5 happy emojis to every sad one. But we'll get to that point, those later, okay? Right now, these are the 3 ways that we write our ratios. But you have to make for sure you put the numbers in the order of those words, okay? So if I were to say sad emojis to happy emojis. Well, sad, there were 2 of them, and happy had 3. So sad to happy would be 2 to 3, 2 to 3 written like this, or 2 to 3 written like this. Now, this is not 2/3. That's not that 2/3 of the emojis are sad. Actually, 2/5 are sad, okay? It's not a part out of a whole here, okay? So we're going to look at this little bit of practice right down here, okay? And remember, there's always a QR code. That means it goes to a song, okay? Now, we have the ratio of boys to girls. Oh, this picture didn't, okay. I see 5 boys and 4 girls here. So the ratio of boys to girls would be 5 to 4. The ratio of girls to boys would be 4 to 5. Now, we're going to call this one a part to part ratio. That means we're comparing one part of this information to another part. We're comparing the part that's boys to the part that's girls. Okay? Now, this one's a little bit different. What is the ratio of boys to total students? So my boys is 5. My total students means I have to add them up. 5 plus 4 is 9. 5 to 9. Okay? That sometimes we have to do a bit more work before we get to that number. We call this one a part to whole ratio. That means we're comparing one part of it to the whole amount. Okay? That's all the notes that we have on ratios.